a person like me kind of makes me get hope in that horror movies are going to return to how they were, you know, whereas like horror, and it's not like I don't want to say
shock value,
shock value or
gore,
yeah.
I got some like Dead Silence vibes when I saw the tongue cut, dude. Like I was like, oh shit, it's some Mary Shaw shit going on, dude. That's why I was like, I kind of got what was going on. I want to talk about what would you guys find like your most eerie scene in the movie? I would talk about mine is the very beginning. You have absolutely no idea what's going on until like certain things happen. That's when I figured it out. My scene was just the man in complete darkness in the beginning. Like I can feel when Emil Hirsch saw the guy in that mirror, in those corner mirrors that people put in like buildings. That scene got to me. I was like, holy shit, my skin crawled a little bit. And I was like, because I had until I figured out, oh, she's a witch before they said she was. That's when I was like, damn, this is good. This is good. Like, if a movie doesn't do that to me, then I wouldn't consider it horror, and I'll probably bash on it. You know what I mean? So, that scene to me got me really good. Was there any scenes you guys could recall? Would you guys feel the same way on the first time watchers?
I'd say for me, I really loved when they start to realize that the witch or Jane Doe herself there's something more to her, and she's causing all of these effects around them, and they're just like, yo, I think we need to get out of here. And then all the lights, the light bulbs shatter around them in the morgue, and they're left in the dark for a while. It takes a while for the generator to kick on, and you hear all these thuds and weird like noises in the dark, but you're left in pitch black. And then when the lights, when they turn on, I think a cell phone or a flashlight or something, and they kind of they're searching for each other, you slowly see that all of the body, like the morgue doors are open, and all the dead bodies are now missing. Like they're not there anymore, you know. And I feel like that's when you really feel this shit is hitting the fan. Yeah, hitting the fan for these two. And I love the tension that builds. Another big one for me, hopefully I'm not stealing anybody's key scenes, but towards the end when they try to set Jane on fire, and it just kind of, the fire just disperses, and she's not affected at all, and she doesn't burn at all. I felt like the way
that building didn't catch on fire, dude.
yeah, it was.
But I think it was just the power of a witch, dude. She just made it engulf to show, like, yo, stop fucking with my body, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But the way that they shot that was amazing, expertly done, where you don't even question the realism of it. It looks so good.
Was it real fire? Is that a Swan fact?
I'm actually not sure about that scene, how they pulled it off.
I think it looked good, dude.
I think that the certain CGI moments, because I don't feel like they used a lot. I think they used a lot more practical effects,
definitely.
But the CGI in this was really well put. I'm a very there's certain, and I say this all the time, especially with shows or whatever happens, or with movies that have a really great budget, but they don't spend it on their effects and stuff enough.
It Chapter 2.
That it was really well put, and they really did put an effort into making the effects in this movie really eerie, and also really well done, really well put, really well edited. It is I can't stress that enough, especially for us who are movie buffs, who really look at the movie itself for what it is, analyzing it, and the work that goes into it, So for that, I give that the thumbs up, because like that, you don't really see that, especially for an IFC After Dark movie. It's a really, really good one, man.
What's your favorite scene, Diego?
I think it would have to be the time when they're barely cutting her open and the blood comes out, and the fact that like as soon as that happens, you just hear the radio just like go on, and I just because
that's a good one.
Just because it's happened to me, not the cutting open stuff, but like where shit turns on by itself, and I'm just like, what? Like, okay, Cool. All right.
Come stay at my house, bro. It's haunted. No joke.
Yeah, no, mine too.
I feel like
No, mine too, dude. Only.
What about Mr. Afrozilla here?
Yeah, I have to say that probably I had two favorite scenes. The one where they're kind of deciphering everything and basically figuring out that she's a witch, going through the weird kind of the parchment that they find, or the cloth that they find in her stomach, and they're kind of going through that, and Emil Hirsch's character is kind of folding it, and then he ends up finding out that when you fold them together, it creates like words to
it was Leviticus.
Yeah, and it kind of hints to what she was. And then also the scene where his dad is basically realizing that they're probably both going to die, and he turns to Jane Doe and he says, I don't care, what you do to me, but don't hurt my son. Just, take it out on me or whatever. And then right there, that's when, and that's where she starts healing, and he starts getting all of the damage and scar tissue and everything that she had, and it's getting reflected back onto him, basically. And then the scene that I really liked about that part is when it shows her black lungs, and then you see the smoke come out of his mouth, like he's being burned from the inside. I thought that was really interesting and really cool.
Yeah, dude. Her eyes started, turning from... What amazed me, because, gray eyes are the sign of blindness, or... Not want to say all blind, but, it's definitely a sign. And during that scene that James is talking about, it's kind of cool, because she was healing, and you see her eyes go from gray to start going to regular brown, dude. That freaked me out a little bit, because I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah, and the dad's eyes. The dad's eyes turned gray, too.
Yeah, dude. I was like, holy shit. That's why I say I want more, and I think there will be a second one, especially from the ending. It was amazing, and she's probably at full strength, but I think the cops got there and she's playing it off, or something like that's going on, hindering her from actually springing up, dude. Or she probably just needs someone else to sacrifice for her.
I feel like she's just stuck in that comatose state, and that's her curse, basically.
Yeah.
Did you guys go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, did you guys notice they're very subtle details, but at the end, when the cops come to check out the crime scene after everyone has been, has died, they show Brian Cox's character on the floor, from when Austin has stabbed him, and his eyes aren't gray anymore. There's no glass from the light bulbs. Everything is different, and even Jane Doe, her eyes are still gray. She isn't cut up anymore, so it makes you wonder: did they ever really do an autopsy at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what makes you think were they in a mind trip the whole time? Basically, was she from the beginning? Was she tampering with what they were seeing?
Mm-hmm.
I like that, dude.
I bet you she was, because Austin even says it. Since the time the cop rolled her in, it's been affecting the environment. Is wherever she goes, and that's when they kind of key you in subtly in the beginning with the other crime scene where she's they dug her up from under the house structure, and she's just right there perfectly, and everybody seems to have committed suicide in weird ways. It's a super weird setup, and then by the time you fly through the movie and you see what happens to the coroners, it's the exact same thing. And they even reference it in the middle of the movie. Austin says, we're just in her way. We're just bystanders of where she's about she's about to go
on where she's going.
Yeah. She's on her way to do something big, and we're just here in the way of that,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy how they caught on to that, dude. And they're fuck, we have to they didn't know what to do, dude. But I think the old man figured it out, dude. And he's somebody has to get sacrificed here or something. You know what I mean? Somebody has to and he did whisper in her ear, and it looks like she did listen, dude. So maybe she does have mercy, but since they did fuck with their body, she was probably pissed. like I don't know, dude.
That's where the narrative of the movie kind of plays with you, because they make you think, okay, so Jane Doe listened to him. She, she killed him and she let his son live the way he asked for. But then after that, like we hear like the cops come. And they're saying, "Oh, we're gonna let you out," Austin.
Oh man, that was such a creepy scene.
Yeah.
And he goes up the staircase because the elevator's not working, and he's trying to open it because there's supposedly a tree from the inevitable storm that was happening when Jane Doe was brought in, and. We just hear the cop, and he's like, "Yo, just open it. Like, it's fine. Just open it." And Austin is trying so hard, and he's like, "No, I can't." And he gets mad, and then the cop starts singing that infamous song.
Oh, that was creepy. Yeah, that shit, because it happens 3 times in the movie. I think the same. It makes me think, like, is she in line with the devil, dude? Like, or something of that sort, something bigger that's granting her or using. It could be something.
Well, yeah, usually witches are
in line.
They're dealing with the devil, so
it could be the devil himself. You never know. Another detail that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention is they also mentioned at the end that they had 4 from that day that were introduced to the characters in the story. There's supposedly a storm, and at the end of the film, they say how they've had 4 consecutive days of nothing but sunshine. So there was no storm that ever happened.
Yeah.
So that just makes it even nuts, like that they were in this trance, just like complete. So this whole movie just happened in their heads, like everything's just like
Inception.
Yeah, Inception, dude.
Maybe that's where the confusion comes in for most people that seen it.
It's all manipulation of the mind.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy power at work.
Because then his dad follows. Going back to what you said, Tiny, she doesn't have mercy because she still allows Emil Hirsch's character to die by his scaring him with his own dad's shell of a body. He appears next to him and has him, makes him fall off the staircase, and he dies from his injuries instantly.
And honestly, why would she? No one granted her mercy to her in Salem. Why now grant these fools mercy? You know what I mean? She said, "Fuck it, dude. You gotta die, dude. And I'm gonna pretend you're gonna live." So
yeah, it becomes more. It's like this film's very like psychological horror, which I really love. Like, and on its how do you say, on the surface, it's very kind of simplistic in its approach. But then if you really break it down, it kind of gets it can get a little complex with.
Yeah, and I can see why you brought it up for a discussion tonight.
Also, I wanted to say how I tried to watch New Mutants the other day, and it's total trash.
Sorry, bro. I did the same, and I was there at the movie theater at the drive-in, bro. Not to talk about a different movie, but I'm sorry, dude. I thought for how long and the hype and. Because that movie had like a little bit of psychological stuff, but nothing compared to this one.
Yeah.
You guys watched it? Yeah, I know you guys are into like that story from the comics. Anyone? James? Diego?
No, I didn't watch it. I refuse to watch that movie.
Good for you.
It's pretty. Yeah, it's not really worth it, man. I don't understand why they would follow up Dark Phoenix with that. It's really weird, but like bizarre. Like, I can see why Fox really did not want to release it for so long.
And all the reshoots?
Yeah, like, how bad was it before the reshoots is what I want to know.
That's...
What a waste of a completely great cast, And the reason why it made me think of that, because James said the witch, and Anya Taylor-Joy is in New Mutants, and she's very good in anything she does, but not even her. She couldn't do this.
I want to go back into the film. Where have I seen Emil Hirsch, dude? Like, I wanted to look it up, but I forgot. Where have I seen this?
He's in The Girl Next Door.
Lords of Dogtown.
Into the Wild. Alpha Dog.
Tons of stuff.
Yeah. He's in a ton of stuff.
Is this the most recent one, or did you guys say one that was the most recent?